Okay, so it wouldn't surprise me if any of you in here were not in foster care, but it also wouldn't surprise me if you grew up knowing somebody in foster care, maybe one of your friends from high school or junior high, elementary, who knows. Most of the time, people keep it a secret. They don't like to say it. The reason I chose to speak about foster care and children growing up in foster care was because it's important, because a lot of these children, they're our future and they deserve a chance just like we deserve a chance, you know? And it's just it's rough growing up in foster care, you know. It's rough being bounced around home to home, and you know, not knowing where you're gonna be like your next Christmas, or you not knowing like what family you're gonna be with on your birthday. You know what I mean? It's really stressful, guys, and it causes a lot of subconscious mental illness that we aren't even aware of because it's all we know. You know, and growing up in foster care, it's really hard. You know, you never know who you're gonna be placed with. There's a lot of weirdos, like a lot, you know, and it's really sad, and it really makes me upset. Because a lot of weirdos that they do mental abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse. It's just crazy. Like I said, growing up in foster care, you don't really know anything other than that. So when you're at school with other people and you're like, why is this happening? But it's not happening to you. That's not normal, you know. And that it starts raising flags in your head. Implementing a policy that focuses on a smooth transition for foster youth into adulthood is my policy, and. There are nearly 443,000 children in foster care. It's a lot. That's a lot of children, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a lot of people. You know, according to PL, American psychologist, and his team, all mental health problems among foster youth often continue into adulthood. However, services decrease after a year of turning 18. That's unbelievable. Because, like I said, all these kids that go through these life dramatic changing situations, and but when you go through those situations, you grow up not trusting. So when you turn 18 and they try to force you into going into therapy or substance abuse counseling, it's just one of those things where you don't want to go talk to someone else. You know, you're just trying to get away from those people. You're not even, you know, and that's really important. And according to Crawford, American psychologist, a felony is more likely among individuals receiving mental health or substance abuse services. A lot of these foster kids, they are in mental health services and they're in substance abuse. Most of my friends who are in foster care are in mental health and substance abuse counseling, and that's scary, you know what I mean? And two of my best friends are in jail, and one of them's in a boarding home. He got out of prison and now he's in a boarding home, a transitional home, and the other one is currently in prison right now. That's freaking crazy. It makes me so sad. Organized. Growing up in foster care is associated with higher levels of mental health, stress in young adulthood. I'm pretty sure I got that point across. We have programs currently right now that they do focus on foster care, such as TAY, the Dream Center, Covenant Coffee, and those are all great programs. But the thing is like there's still a greater need to be done, which that's why I would like to have this policy not just be a presentation, but something that I actually dedicate my life to. I would like to see programs implement problem solving, critical thinking, and entrepreneurism instead of focusing on telling someone this is sad. Yeah, I don't know if anybody comes from foster care, but less than 50% of foster care youth graduate high school, less than 3% of foster care youth go to higher education, and less than 1% of foster care youth graduate from college. That's freaking crazy, guys. That's not normal. It's not right. And I have this one. Oh, it's just that one in that picture. There's two slides. It's the second slide. You can't really see it. Also, another reason why this policy is really important is because children oftentimes become a product of their environment. So, you know, just like if they were sexually abused, mentally abused, physically abused, around drug addicts, they're more likely to turn out to be like that. And that's a really serious problem, guys. If we're not focusing on fixing these kids before they transition into adulthood, then we're in the midst of possibly living with, you know, predators, which is not a good thing. Um, creating a policy that focuses on a smooth transition into adulthood. That's the policy, and that's what I would like to see happen and make happen. Like I said, we have the Dream Center, we have Tay, we have Covenant Coffee. Those are all great problems, but what we need is to get legislative on our side. So basically just maybe a day at the Capitol with legislative, and just get them to understand that this is a serious topic, that this isn't something that I just try to write really quick, and this is something serious. This is something like really serious, guys, and I hope hopefully, you know, some of you who grow up and you guys are gonna be awesome people in the community. I would love to partner up and, you know, work with you guys and just save these kids, because right now it's not about me anymore. I'm not a kid anymore. It's about the kids under me. So, I really feel that this policy will recruit more capable people with the kindest hearts to step up and become foster parents, peer support, or life coach. I know a lot of times people are really busy, expenses, you know, maybe you're not able to have a foster kid, but that's not the only way to be involved. I just want to be able to emphasize that life coach and peer support. This is all really important for the simple fact that growing up in foster care is not a normal upbringing. So we've established that. So the only thing we can do from it not being in a normal upbringing is just try to implement policies and get Governor Brown and legislative on our side by creating creating connections and networking. And through networking and creating connections, this policy will pull through. The policy of a smoother transition for foster youth into adulthood.